Welcome back, everyone. The bond between fathers and sons are often strong, and that bond can be forged in many different ways. The most classic being sports or cars. But if you combine the two, the father-son bond is virtually unbreakable. East, Kelly Walsh, 8 seconds to go. East is down by 2, but Kelly Walsh has the ball. I was trying to listen to the final few seconds, but each coach took like 3 timeouts. So they're still going and waiting and waiting and waiting. So East has a chance to play Gillette tomorrow if they can get Kelly Walsh to miss a free throw and maybe hit a 3 or hit a 2 to send it to overtime. I'll update on Facebook after the newscast.
Okay, and every second counts in baseball. It's one of those, or basketball, excuse me. It's one of those where you're just like 2 seconds left, but that means the world.
Each coach is like timeout.
Oh.
It's the most exciting time of year for basketball.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Welcome back, everyone. A local group of parents was inspired by a famous baseball movie to start a fun baseball league. A league where everyone gets to play in a pickup game style. The movie that pushed the parents to start the league was The Sandlot. Welcome back, everyone. The 4A East Regional Track and Field Meet wrapped up today down at South High School. Last chance to qualify for state, which is next week. Welcome back, everyone. Post 6 comes into Sunday with a 6-0 record. Their bats have been alive in the first 6 games. They had a doubleheader to deal with. First, it was against the Gillette Rough Riders. Every time I go to Powers Field, I have to guess which Post 6 unis they'll wear. Today, for the first game, was blue on white as they face the Rough Riders.
You guys know what holiday is today, right?
No, it's the eve of the Pacers beating the Wizards. I know that much.
No, it's Star Wars Day.
It's National Star
May
Wars Day.
May the 4th be with you. I'm going to admit it on air. I know everybody in production knows this, but I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies. Let the
still, May the
emails
4th
come
be
in.
with you. It's kind of a funny.
Isn't it Revenge of the Sith tomorrow?
No, that'd be the 6th.
That's clever.
That'd be the 6th. I feel.
Well,
Fifth,
speaking of
sixth.
Cinco de Mayo, we're gonna have some nice.
And they're making me thirsty.
This is what I have to work
You're
with, people.
you're a close talker, Carly.
People are making me thirsty.
For those of you who today is the 25-year anniversary of Seinfeld, so we've been throwing a lot of Seinfeld references.
It's a great example of a summer series is taken off.
Exactly. So we just wanted to have some fun tonight and throw in some Seinfeld references.
And it has not missed us that both of us were born after Seinfeld premiered, but you can always appreciate it. It's a show that
It's great humor.
stands the test of time.
It's great humor.
So if you got the references, I hope you enjoyed them.
I
If
got none of them.
If you didn't, we hope that you just bared with us. So thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
With all the weather cancellations, some games were moved to today, and the field conditions were bad, so some decided to go indoors. East versus Laramie. I'm not blaming you, Andrew. Highlights next in sports.
Some basketball or some catch. Well, regardless, whatever you do, I hope you guys get outside tomorrow, enjoy the day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 10. So March Madness wraps up tomorrow. Do we have an update on our KGWN bracket?
Sports challenge. Yes, I finished in 11th.
I won.
No, Bill didn't win. No.
I won.
Who won?
I don't know who this person who won was.
Oh, that's me. That's me. I won.
That's Carly McGuire because she's a Kentucky fan. That's the only reason she won. I'll stick to that.
Because I picked them, and they're going to the national championship.
I finished in 11th, Bill 13th, Sam 10th, Graham at 3rd, Anthony Keith from Morning Show all the way down to 17th.
Well, no one from the crew or team got very last place, so
No,
that's good.
no, but I think Alex's brother almost did.
I hope we can get even more people to join next year.
Yeah, I hope so. It was just a last-minute thing I wanted to do, and we got 21 people. I finished 11th. That's halfway. I did beat my girlfriend, though. She beat me last year. That's why I'm bragging about this. That's the only reason. I know she'll probably be mad at me when I get home. Broncos got to honor of opening up the 49ers' new stadium. That is not only the thing they opened up. I will give you a hint. If you are a WWE fan, Stone Cold Steve Austin loved to open these, and I'm not talking about beer. Up 3-0 in the second quarter. You can see the new stadium there in Santa Clara, not San Francisco. And nice stadium. It's going to host WrestleMania, by the way, next year as well. So kind of a wrestling-themed tie-in here. Up 3-0 in the second quarter. Peyton Manning still in the game, drops back and finds Thomas. Which one, you say? Julius is my response. That 17-yard touchdown will be one of many this season between Manning and one of the Thomases. Brock Osweiler in the game now, and they are down on the 1 with the clock ticking away in the first half. They get the snap off, hand it off to C.J. Anderson for
the touchdown. Up now 17-0 on San Fran. Osweiler and Denver at the 33. And the Broncos' 2014 second-round pick shows he can be productive part of this offense. Cody Latimer lays out in the end zone to catch the touchdown. 24-0 Denver. Now 27-0 fourth quarter, and third stringers in. Zach Dyson throws a swing pass to Cameron Mora, and there is no Niner in sight. Touchdown Broncos. Broncos spoil the opening of Levi Stadium by shutting out the 49ers 34-0. Manning went 12 for 14, a touchdown, 102 yards. Each quarterback for the Broncos threw a touchdown. The Broncos will be home Saturday to host Houston in the third preseason game. The starters will most likely go late into the third quarter.
Good morning, everyone. The best of the best college rodeo cowboys and cowgirls wrapped up the college national finals rodeo Saturday night in Casper. Some were going for repeats and the others were trying to be the spoiler. The Casper Event Center was packed for the final performance of the event. Bareback up first, Devin Riley from Sheridan College up first. The Bronc comes out bucking, but not much spinning or much movement. Tough ride, but he stays on for the 8 count and scores a 73.5. He finishes 6th. Orrin Larson of Panhandle State was a man on the mission for his second straight title of the CNFR. His Bronc takes a zigzag pattern while getting some height to his jump. Larson holds on to score an 82.5 and cruises to the bareback victory with a total of 316 points. In tie-down roping, Taylor Santos Carney is your winner with an average of 37. His fastest time during the event was an 8.4, which you're seeing right there. His average time was a half second faster than second place. In breakaway, Central Arizona's Macy Fuller was going for the spoiler role of Kim Fitch of Idaho State and does that by 0.7 of a second, average better than Fitch. Fuller also captured the women's all-around title. Now the best for last, bull riding. Joe Frost was cool as ice on his final bull. This run was basically a victory ride for Frost of Panhandle State. He best score of the night, though. Once again, Fuller is your all-around women's champ, and Tegan Schulke from Sheridan College won the men's all-around. On the team side, Central Arizona won the women's, and Tennessee Martin won the men's team competition. Full results are on our website, KGWN.TV. Team USA came into yesterday's game needing a win against Cristiano Ronaldo and Team Portugal to qualify for the knockout round. But I've got some bad news. The last time the USA men have beat a European team in the last 50 years was Portugal in 2002. And some even worse news in the first minutes. Jeff Cameron tries to clear it and kicks it right to Nane for the 1-0 lead, Team Portugal. The Portuguese have won 11 straight after scoring the first goal in World Cup action, so a tougher road ahead for the Americans. In the 63rd minute, Jermaine Jones with a great kick to tie it up. The Portuguese goaltender Beto is frozen on the kick. Take another look as Jones scores the fabulous bender. It is a frozen rope about chest high. Jones gets mobbed by his team 1-1. Now in the 80th minute, the USA on the attack, Graham Zusi with a nice pass in front to Clint Dempsey for the lead. Take another look as Dempsey uses his abs to score the goal. Portugal wanted the offside call, but Dempsey was a fraction behind the play. 2-1 United States. The Americans in injury time, about a minute left. Cristiano Ronaldo with a great cross to Varela for the header. Watch the great pass by Ronaldo again. And the Americans are stunned and will have to settle for the draw. 2-2 is the final. Now America will have to wait until Thursday when they play Germany to lock a position in the knockout round. A win or tie will guarantee a spot in the round of 16. Welcome back, everyone. Very busy day all over the state. State wrestling finished up in Casper today, and a lot of Cheyenne kids had the chance for a state title. 126 pounds, Hayden Hastings of Sheridan versus Isaac Garcia of East. Garcia with a takedown, but Hastings wins in the decision 3-2. 132 pounds, Nathan Paris at Central. Brody Kress East. Kress with the reverse. Kress wins decision 6-3. Kress wins his fourth straight. First time ever an East wrestler has done that. 138 pounds, Bryce Meredith of Central versus Logan Wagner of Gillette. Meredith with the takedown, then gives Wagner the escape. Meredith wins fourth title by major decision 16-5. 145 pounds, Bruce Lester of Evanston versus Daniel Hammond of South. Hammond with the escape. Hammond wins the decision 3-2. With the win, Daniel Bubba Hammond is South's first state championship wrestler. 220 pounds, Tevis Bartlett of Easton, Josue Munez of Kelly Walsh. Tevis with the near fall. Tevis wins by major decision 14-2. Bartlett wins his third straight title, and we got the battle we wanted for the big boys. 285 pounds, Brett Schaefer of East and Micah Berkey of South. Schaefer with the takedown. Schaefer wins in a close one, 3-2. 6 of the 7 wrestlers from Cheyenne took home state titles. Cheyenne is the capital of Wyoming wrestling. Tune in tomorrow for a reaction from 2 of the grapplers on their state title. The 2A boys and girls regionals wrapped up today. The Burns boys and both Pine Bluffs teams had to play 2 games today. The Lady Hornets took care of Lusk to move into the 3rd place game. Burns beat Saratoga, and Pine Bluffs boys beat Tongue River. So that set up the 2 for the 3rd place game in regionals. Both have qualified for the state tourney. So Travis Ramsa and the Burns Bronx face the rival Hunter Thompson and the Pine Bluffs Hornets for the 3rd place trophy. All tied at 35, Thompson receives a lot of attention. That is a no-no for Burns. This Thompson can pass, wraps it around to Scott Gross for the 37-35 lead for the Hornets. Burns would not go away, 42-37 lead for Bluffs. Taylor Kirkbride jukes Warner out of his shoes, and you can see barely Kirkbride toe on the line, only at 2. You want to see the video definition of pesky? Corey LeMaster picks out the pocket of Warner, goes coast to coast for the bucket, 42-41 Hornets. Burns takes the lead after Hornets. Marquise Rivers tries to save it. He does, but right to Kirkbride, and Taylor takes the gimme, 43-42 lead for Burns. Trent Warner makes up for his mistake earlier, putting the Hornets back in the lead with this bomb from the corner. Pine Bluffs wouldn't trail again. They win 54-45 and take 3rd place in regionals. Now to the championship game. With the snow up north, the teams had to stay an extra night in Cheyenne. So I know from an inside source the Lusk Tigers are watching at their hotel right now. Well, here you go, guys. Lusk versus Bighorn for the 2A regional title. Devin Eibach gets the scoring going for the Rams. With a name like Hunter Dockery should be able to hit from long range, and he does that 2 times in a row, and he wasn't done there. He had a shot after shot to put Lusk up early, but Bighorn came back and won 66-56 to win the 2A boys regional title. The Pine Bluff girls team was also going for 3rd place and facing Sundance for the 2nd time this week. The Bulldogs have done their scouting, and they surround Andrea Baker with all 5 players. But that only means one thing. Everybody else is wide open. Baker out to Sierra Shellett for the triple 7-3 Sundance. This time, the Bulldogs only surround Baker with 3, but she has eyes like a hawk. Locates Dana Mullins for the bucket underneath. Brooklyn Fawson gave the Lady Hornets fits today. She drives the baseline and gets the layup. Sam Hansen for the Hornets crosses the lane and hits the 7-footer. Pine Bluffs was behind early, but take the lead in the second half and win 3rd place in regionals with a 54-42 win over the Bulldogs. Bart Troutwine and the Southeast Lady Cyclones were vying for the regional championship against Tongue River. 30-20 at half for Tongue River. Jessica Lassard to Danny McManaman to Laura Luke. Back to Lassard for the 3, and it is good. The Cyclones trying to lessen the lead of the Eagles. Sarah Rawlings for the Eagles with the pick and goes the other way for the 2. Lassard trying to put her team on her back and make up the difference with the free throw line jumper. Shelby Wright gets the next bucket for the Cyclones, and that's the closest they'd come with 6 points. The Eagles soar to the regional championship 55-41. Tune in tomorrow for sports. We'll have the brackets for the 2A state tournament for boys and girls. On to the Cowboys, who are in a downward spiral ever since the Fresno State game. Today they hosted the 18-10 Boise State Broncos. Coach Shyatt on the bench thinking of how he can beat Boise with the depleted lineup they have. Granberry getting his 3rd straight start for the injured Larry Nance, but Boise without their leader, Anthony Drimmick. Josh Adams was on fire early, gets the pass and screen from Derek Cook Jr. and hits the triple. Has only made 15 on the year before that one. I guess he was just feeling it. This time off the dribble, does his best Reggie Miller impersonation with the leg kick, and it's good. Well, you know you're hot when you just launch them from beyond NBA range, and it is good. He scores the first 9 points of the game, and even with the Cowboys miss, like Cook is there for the jam putback, so if he misses it, Cowboy goes up 15-0 before Boise State scores. But the Broncos keep chipping away until the second half, down 42-40. Mikey Thompson kicks it over to Nick Duncan, and the Aussie puts the Broncos in the lead for the first time. Now 45-44. Boise, there's an Australian again, and there is another 3 for Duncan, 49-44, and Boise starts to pull away. And just for good measure, Thomas Broplay nails the three-pointer. Boise outscored Wyoming 40-25 in the second half, despite a career high by Josh Adams of 29. Broncos win 72-63. Cowboys now travel to Utah State Wednesday at 8 p.m. Cowgirls at Boise State both tied for third in the MWC. Hopefully Wyoming can get over the road woes and take sole possession of third place. Cowgirl Jordan Sibrel slips inside to open the scoring. They needed a big game from her. Bronco Kayla Reinhardt evens the score with a bank shot from the free throw line. Wyoming's Kayla Woodward comes into your screen and knocks down the outside jumper to go up 2. The Cowgirls stayed even with Boise for a while. Broncos respond with Jai Rodriguez, squares up for the 3 and delivers. Fallon Lewis matches the tray with one of her own, but Fallon fouls out with 12 minutes to go in the game, and the Cowgirls could not catch up without her on the court, and the road woes continue. Boise State wins 72-59. Welcome back, everyone. The Cowboys came in today's Border War game 8-9 in the conference. They need a win and some help to stay out of playing 4 games in 4 days at the Mountain West Tournament. Last game of the AA, as it is configured, Jerron Granberry and Nate Sobey were honored before the game. Folks were wearing the throwback jerseys from '82. Everyone changed their number to a number belonging to the '86-'87 Sweet 16 team. Sobey was surprised by his parents Friday night, and that lit a fire under him for today's game. Josh Adams with the miss, but Sobey just flicks it back in the air for the first bucket of the game. This time, Sobey fakes the 3 and steps inside the line and hits the 20-footer, and Cowboys were pumped for today's game. Sobey rolls around the screen from Austin Halderson for 2. Everything was going in for the Pokes. Sobey finished with 19 in the first half. Cowboys took a 44-29 lead into halftime.
I mean, I was surprised on Friday night when my parents walked up to the door, and it just got me so much more excited than I already was playing with these guys in the AA for one last time. I mean, what better way to end it than with the team that's been through a lot this year.
Okay, you know how I said everything was going in for the Pokes? Well, that includes the fans. Halftime half-court shot for Andy Spicer, originally from Maryland, now resides in Laramie. Make it, and he gets $500. Hikes up the shorts, lets it go, and he knows as soon as he releases, that is good. Earlier in the week, we saw Whitney Gordon hit a half-court shot. Now, you see Mr. Spicer hit that half-court shot. Now to the second half, and CSU crawled and scraped their way back into the game. Daniel Bejarano with the deep 3 from the corner that cut the once double-digit lead to 2. With over 6,000 screaming fans behind them, the Pokes put the sheep away. Josh Adams, this is almost getting too common. Keyword, almost. Adams kissing the rim on this earth-shattering dunk. Hey, ESPN, you should have that on your show tonight. The Rams were pressing, and that left Derek Cook Jr. open for the one-handed across-the-lane dunk. Cowboys never trailed in the game and beat the Sheep 83-75. Sobey sets a new career high with 33, and Adams put in 22. The Pokes are finally learning to play without Nance.
Capital T-E-A-M, because we needed them all. I think it was somebody, without mentioning names, that said, hey, I think we'd beat them with or without Nance. I got news for you. The fact is, we beat them without Nance.
Well, I mean, it's an awesome feeling, especially against our rival. Last game in the AA, senior night, with these 2 guys that have had such a profound impact on this team as a team and as individuals. You know, it's a huge win, and they never let us, you know, get down on ourselves or let up. And, you know, to come out on top in the last opportunity we have here is one of the greatest feelings I've had.
We are not quite done with basketball just yet. The 4A regionals wrapped up earlier today down at South High School. These next highlights are brought to you by the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Bill Rentschler was gracious enough to help me out with this game since I was in Laramie for the Border War. These boys play in the Gillette Camels for the regional championship. Third quarter, Zach McCord takes an ugly-looking shot. Well, it's not ugly or a shot. It's an alley-oop to Ryan Cook, who is so pumped after he skips his way down to the other end of the court. Now in the fourth, all tied at 38. Bryce Lyman hits the triple from the corner for Gillette. They would lead 41-38. But East would not go away. This time Ryan Cook does it all as he drives hard to the hoop for the lay-in, 41-40. Gillette, okay, last minute of the game, McCord on the line, misses the first but makes the second free throw,
So it's 51-50 Camels. East fouls right away. Gillette is not in the double bonus, so 1-1. Eli Voigt misses the front end. East gets the ball past half court. They call timeout with 3.5 seconds to go. Cook has his number called and drives the lane, but loses control when Voigt tips it away, and the clock expires. East falls to Gillette in the regional championship, 51-50. East will be the 2, while Gillette is the number 1 seed from the East for next week's state tournament. These girls were in action playing their crosstown rival, the Central Lady Indians, for 3rd place in the 4A regional for girls. Rachel Erickson on the baseline gets surrounded, dumps it off to Ashton Brodel. She puts it in the gimme, 14-8 East. East adds another 2 points, and it's 16-8 when Central makes it a small comeback. The Indians go with Miss Reliable Emily Evans with the miss, but Maddie Stump is there for the rebound and put back for the Central Indians, 16-10 East. Evans now with the ball, and she dishes over to Maddie Barber in the corner. She cuts it close, but her foot was just past the three-point line, and it is good, 16-13 East. But East was too much without Kayla Cheney and Shane Carter, who was injured during the game. East has a number 5 named Evans, too. That is fast. Kayla for the bucket. Rachel Erickson speeding down the court. She goes down to the baseline, kicks it out to sister Sarah for the 3. East pulled away in the second half, winning 56-35. Lady T-Birds are the 3 seed under Void Natrona in the first round of the state, but Central not so lucky. Central will play the Phillies for their first game in state in 5 years. Now, if we ever have Dancing with the Cheyenne Stars, I know who my first choice for a contestant would be. There's your South girls team, and on the left, there's Danny Noble showing her dancing skills between quarters of the 3rd place game of boys of South and Central. Bryce Francois with the drive and the floater to make it 2-0 Central. Central looking to beat South for the first time this year. Great bounce pass by Shane Dilsaver to a cutting Kyler Cummings for the tie. It was like a tennis match out there with all the back and forth action. Marquise Jefferson to Robert Dilsaver, and Central follows Adam Habercorn, so Dilsaver with the easy lay-in for 2. Francois with the steal and the bucket, and then Monte Alexander for South gets the steal and goes coast to coast for the basket. It came down to the end, but Francois' 21 points leads the way for the Indians to the 3 seed. Central wins 60-55. South will be the 4 and play Kelly Walsh first round of the state tournament. Welcome back, everyone. Usually when you think Wyoming basketball, you think grinded out games which neither team reaches 70 points. Well, the Cowboys achieved that with their 46-38 win over San Jose State. Well, the Cowgirls had a score of 59-41, so another great defensive effort. Well, if that was the final score, the Cowgirls led at half by that score. They ended up winning 103-80. Now, Coach Legursky has to be happy with the offensive output, but to allow any team to score over 65 can't be sitting well with the coach. I think the game Wednesday at Fresno State will be back to normal for the Cowgirls. Wyoming sits at 8-4 in the conference, while the Bulldogs sit 8-5. So a win will help the Cowgirls pull away from Fresno, who is in 4th. Remember, the top 3 spots are the spots to be in the Mountain West tournament. Now, Wyoming will have to root for CSU to beat Boise State, so Wyoming can move into 2nd Wednesday night.